Alright, I'm distracting myself from doing what I need to do a little bit, but let me fill you guys in on what I'm doing. Um, so, I think I told you guys, I think I need to upload the video if I didn't, but if I did, you guys, either way, you're gonna see it. I met somebody to do the camera work for me. Hopefully, seems like he's still on it. And what I've been doing is yesterday, a little bit of today, I have to create scripts, right? I haven't created any scripts yet, but I created a shoot schedule, right? And it's been 3 to 5 days. This is for 3 days. Let's say if it's more, then we can do more. But there's still carousel images, short form videos, long form videos. Short form is 30 seconds, and less. Long form is a minute plus. Videos that are in carousel sets. So whether it be telling a story through different carousels, kind of like Jacquemus does, or there's these other brands that, it's be two people standing, one up close, one in the back, or maybe just standing still regularly, and it shows things happening in the background while they're just standing and posing. So just like video carousel sets, and then through the long form content we can create repurposed form long content or short form content, like bonus clips. And then yeah, so like 90 to 300 images total. Short form videos 9 to 15, long form videos 3 to 6, video surrounding set or video carousel sets 6 to 9, and then repurpose form of content. From the long videos we can just get like 6 to 12 out of them, and then per day that just divided that by 3 days for each thing, and there you go, right? And then what I need to do now is create scripts for each 9 to 15 videos, for short form and long form videos. I need to create 3 to 6 scripts, which is how it's like what's it gonna entail. Which scripts doesn't necessarily have to be speaking, now that I realize it, but more just so of the idea. For pictures and the video carousel, if we're gonna come up with a story, then I have to create something for that. Or if it's just standing still and having life be lifing in the background, and that's just pretty easy. It's more direction than it is script writing. So when I met him, I did this after I met him, and then I met him in person. When we saw each other, I kind of write video creation plan. So things we need, so secure locations, general idea, and with a general idea, we at least have clear story of brand and videos. And then for videos is clear scripts, which is very important, so that the camera guy, videographer, photographer it's one person, but he understands that this is what we're doing, so this is what I gotta prepare for. And then model lockdown, so just finding models, that's really all it is. So we're looking for 2 to 5 locations. I've looked at 15, and tomorrow I'm gonna call them and see, hey, can we film, can we photo shoot, can we do all stuff, because I don't want to come and we can't, 2, so there's that. 1 week of total editing, so if we do, let's say 3 to 5 days of videos, all that kind of stuff, it'll take us about a week to edit, he said, like a whole week. So that's gonna be perfect. And then our plan is we're gonna do stuff in the morning, so I have to wake up at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. We're gonna go pray Fajr, of course, and then go to the locations. And by going to the locations, we do it, why? Because so we have enough sun and where it's not overly bearing hot. And then we're gonna do later on in the day from Asr to Maghrib. So from Fajr to like 10 a.m. And then Asr from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. around that time. So we wrote down some locations that fit the brand, and I opened some of them and then got some more. And then now what I'm doing is doing more research. So what I did before with, I don't know if I did a video on it, but I think it's right here actually. Not 100% sure, but I have done in the past. This is post. Oh yeah, so look. So right here, I did posting strategy. So how much I'm gonna post and what to look at, what I'm gonna post. I did personal brands, so like the owners, and then the actual brand themselves. I did Cortez, so the owner's Clip 419. I did forgot which brand this was. I don't know. Or Cole Baxton, sorry. Cole Baxton I did. And Cole Baxton's personal, and then Cole Baxton brand. And then Vestocrats, I think that's how you say it. Some of them they didn't have, they don't own, they don't, I don't know the owner, like I'm not public. Emilion Dor, for example, does a lot of stuff, but they don't, the owner, I keep forgetting his name, Timothy or something like that, or something. I don't, it's not Timothy, it's something else. But anyways, he doesn't post at all. Laura Piana, I did George Heaton with Represent. I did Adil Gillit, I don't know how to say his name, but he's with the UVU. I did, yeah, that's about it. Those are the main brands that I liked, right? But now I'm taking a different angle from getting help with Claude, right? They're helping me come up with a strategy. They helped me come up with the plan of the strategy to like how much content we need. So like, for example, things to take away from the content that they're making, and not just necessarily a strategy of like when to post, how much they're posting. Because the other ones I did, I try to get with the most AI help of like really just having AI guide me into thinking what's there versus it telling me what to look for. It just said what's there. So here's an example. So I kind of just wrote what was there. So like, oh, edgy, this and the other. I'm like, I don't know. Didn't really like. It helped me learn a lot about how often people are posting and all that kind of stuff and how much content I really need. But for this thing right now is like, for example, the closest reference that I'm going to be going off is Emilion Dor, just because of like the storytelling and heritage. I'm going to be doing it differently, of course, and in my own way, but they're just doing it in there and for where they're from. So I'm doing it from where I'm from and a little bit different stuff that I'm going to be adding. But like, I'm learning, so like lookbook shots, editorials, tease collections with glimpses rather than full reveals, brand page, founder's take, what's it called? Leave out details, shrouded in secrecy, create curiosity. Shrouded in secrecy, I did get that from me. I wrote it down, so I'm gonna look up what shrouded means. But that basically creates curiosity. And then for storytelling, for Jacquemus or Jacquemus, however you pronounce it, is showing human craftsmanship. So there's that. But I didn't really see that a lot. I did see it, but it doesn't really show that. It's more so behind the scenes content. Raw moments is really what they're focused on. That's more of what I'm seeing. I'm going to underline that. And then make content personal to me. So like their lifestyle, like it's usually like, from my understanding, Jacquemus is the style. I didn't know it was a male. I thought it was a female designer or owner. But he goes off of like what him and his mom used to do or something like that. And so it shows that in legit the actual content, like he had a carousel of a mom and a son, right? And then for me, for me it was like to take away is like Saudi heritage areas, family lineage, but like the same emotional structure, just different cultural root. So that structure of the day-to-day life, but just obviously it's different culturally, right? And then things to take away from that is like high glossy imagery, founder notes, storytelling, carousels, that kind of stuff. And then now I'm doing Bruno Cucinelli. That's how you say it, or Brunello Cucinelli, whatever it is. So, what? Bio speaks volumes? What did I write here? I need to figure out what I wrote here, but captions, their captions is like worth saving. Like they do really good captions. They don't post a lot. What did I try to write? Products. BIO speaks volumes. I want to know what I try to write here. Oh, bio speaks volumes. Sorry, so far away. Their bio speaks volumes because their bio is like beauty, humanity, and truth. So like maybe something that speaks volumes in that. What else did I write? Captions are worth saving, and then lead with values, and let the product just exist in that world or within that world. So like really just showing lifestyle. Lead with, and then they did the sensory storytelling through AESOP, Aesop, whatever is the soap company. I'm not even gonna look into that. Even if their brand is good, I'm not gonna look into that. But now you're like, okay, Jamal, like you're looking at brands that are like way bigger than you are, not even close. You're right. because I'm gonna take what works for them. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at, so what actually what's actually converting for small brands within that 100 followers to 5K followers. So taking, for example, let's say a lot of the big companies, big company brands, like let's say Dior Sauvage, it's always like, it's very dark in the mountains with like a midnight type of loop or LUT or whatever it is, but just like color grading, like the Instagram look, like, when you swipe it, it's like midnight or whatever it is. It's like almost like that a little bit. And Johnny Depp is there. There's a Black Panther. There's or like some cheetah or something like that. And then there's, everything's fast paced but slow motion. And then there's like a Porsche and whatever it is. And it's selling that lifestyle, selling that. And it's like, let's say slow motion, but then fast paced, but majority slow motion. Okay, and then let's say what's converting from 100 to 5,000 followers, brands, that kind of stuff. Okay, what does that look like? How are they converting with their stuff? And that's gonna look like one way and another. So that's basically it. It's just taking what's doing well here and then being authentic to me in that, and then what's converting in my actual range, and then being authentic to that. Because if I, like, let's say, create video quality that is, or like even if it's trash quality, like iPhone quality of what the greats are doing, it's not gonna really touch anybody because they're gonna be like, oh, this is kind of scammy. So I have to really be authentic to my level, my size, so that I can grow better. So just taking authenticity from both areas and then making it me. So that's kind of what I'm learning. So hopefully this helps you when it comes to your brand stuff. Yeah, just do the research. This stuff it is, because it's game time. And I think I said this in a video, but I'm not 100% sure. But whatever happens. Like, if this dropped as well, amazing, it's a plus. If nothing comes out of it, I'm completely okay with it, because I tried and learned with all the stuff I learned from this whole time. I'm not doing anything. So this will be a learning curve to collect data and be like, okay, this is where we can do better. So for the next drop, hey, we're doing good. So I'm gonna drop this regardless, even if it's not in the right time, even whatever it is, but I'll just be collecting data. That's all it is. But anyways, love.